Hey, welcome back to another cool December day. We are gonna answer some questions today, or try to answer some questions. Now, throughout the year, I get all kind of questions, and I've just not had enough time on this tractor yet. So I got a question today, is how do you like the T474? Well, right now we've got about 35 hours of use on it. And I will say that my 35 hours of use is probably harder than some people's 35 hours. We do some pretty intense things here on the channel. So at 35 hours, I've had 0 issues. It hadn't even went through regen yet. No, we run at high RPMs mostly, like a lot of the times that we're always try to keep RPMs up. So we're gonna be doing some a job here today, and as we go along, I'll try to talk about the tractor a little bit as I remember things, and we'll just show you the job that we're gonna do. Gizmo the dog right there. Have my buddy. Watch it, we crank that tractor up, he's gonna be gone. He don't like tractors. So what we got going on here is, this is the back of our property. And when we bought this house, you literally, the front of the house, you couldn't see the house. The trees were grown. The bushes were no longer bushes, they were trees, they were above the roof line. So we come in and started tearing everything out. So as we go along here at this house, we're removing brush, basically just overgrown yard. There's a good portion of the yard here that is overgrown, and it's just gradually creeped out more and more from the previous owners. Now we've pushed back, but what we're gonna do today is take the T474 and the Brush Tiger and start cutting into this and seeing what we can find, and easing this property line, you know, or easing this tree line back further and further. It's pretty wet, and we know there's a bunch of stuff in it, so I'm gonna be cutting kind of high. But this is what's beautiful about the Brush Tiger and it being on the front loader, and the 474 having a good strong loader, so you can, you know, raise it up and down. So we're just gonna work our way in and see what's in there. I've done a walkthrough. I don't see any metal, so let's go check it out. All right, so sitting on the tractor, things I like about the 474 is, you know, the comfort creature comforts. It's got, you know, pretty much everything you would want. Tilt steering, comfortable seats, captain chair, just a comfortable tractor as far as operating. Second off, it's versatile. It's got a really great hydraulic system on it. It's got the dual hydraulic pumps. It's got, you know, it's not a huge frame tractor, but it's 50 horsepower almost, 48 horsepower. So it's got a lot of horsepower to do what you need to get done. So let's go ahead and start this job and quit talking. I know y'all don't want to hear me talk. You want to see something get chewed up, let's do it. All right, so I'm going to turn the hydraulic, or run the throttle up just a little bit. Crank the, turn the P2 on, that turns that Brush Tiger on. Run it up to the RPM I need, about 2200 RPM. Out here today. Tiger is rated at about 1.5 inches. So I'm trying to keep it out of anything bigger than that. All right, so I found me some plastics and stuff here. Definitely don't want to mold this stuff up. Back here, this is some bricks and stuff. We built a retaining wall. If you might go back and see an old video, we built a retaining wall and then ended up having to tear the retaining wall out to put some water line and some electric lines in. And so that was no fun, and I just stacked it all over here and never got back to it. But as I look out into this part, there's stuff out here that has just been sitting out here for years and years. So we're going to need the grapple in here some too, and also you know, the Brush Tiger is going to be good to get rid of all this little small stuff, but some of this is pretty big. All right, wow. The Brush Tiger and the T474 is a really perfect match. It's really muddy though. So I got into stuff. This is rated at 1.5 inches. An inch. Some people make fun of me when I say inch. You know, hey, I'm from the South. But anyway, I got into some stuff that was like 1.5 inches. Let's take a look at the blades here. So we've got some pretty good hits on this, where it hit some, there's a couple times that it hit, I'd say every bit of 2-inch that I didn't see. No damage. It's built really heavy. Like this is basically 1-inch thick steel. I don't foresee this ever being an issue for, you know, this is just gonna last probably the life of the equipment. You can change out the blades every so often if you want to. I don't know if there are different types of blades. There may be hammers. I'm going to reach out to the dealer. You see here where this plate's up here, and this may be, we may be able to be able to remove this plate so that I can trim better. Right now this is to the very edge of the blade, and if we take this plate off here, then you could cut back to, you know, you could actually start cutting some of the smaller branches, and I'm pretty sure that's what that's meant for. It is bolt on, but I don't know. I just want to, I'll touch base with the manufacturer and see what they say. Maybe some safety reason. I don't know the reason they put that out there, but we'll touch bases with that, and we'll learn. As we learn more, you'll learn more. What do you think, Gizmo? So let's see, thoughts. 474, perfect setup right here we got going on. I can't wait for this spring. We really shouldn't be out here doing this right now. It is so.
What? Really?
The dog just went and peed on the camera. Damn. Huh? Well, Gizmo, he is the star of the show, buddy. What are you doing? See, you're over here messing with my yard. He likes things just the way he likes. I don't like nothing changed. Anyway, back to the tractor. Back to the actual purpose of the video. 474, the question was asked, what do I think about it? And I tell you what I think about it is that it is a really great tractor for so many jobs. Such a nice utility tractor. It's heavy enough to do a lot of things. It's got plenty of horsepower for a lot of chores, like running this type of equipment. This takes a lot of horsepower, and the loader is strong enough that, you know, this thing lifts almost 3,000 pounds to full height. It's perfect for this kind of job. So like I said, the tractor's not even went through regen. It's got about 35 hours on it, and we use our tractors hard. They're not loved on. We really work them hard, as you see in some of our videos. So yeah, first impressions of the 474, the 30 hours of actual real heavy duty seat time. So far, I've got nothing bad to say about the tractor. All right, I want to talk real quick, a mistake I made with the Brush Tiger. I left the landing leg out, and I'm sure if I hung this thing, it'd probably bend it. So you guys are probably going to point that out to me. Good call. So these landing legs got skids on them, and you can raise them up and down. And what I should have done was raise the whole unit up and leveled it off. I've got we put the hydraulic top link on this, so I can actually sit in the seat and level the thing up, and so I should have just raised it up higher and leveled it up. But anyway, I just want to point that out. My bad. Hey, that's about all I'm going to talk about in this video. I appreciate you watching our channel, and hope the Gizmo peeing on the camera tripod amused you as it did me. I wish you guys could have seen that. You may have did it. That camera's on. They may have seen that. We'll see. Anyway, hey, appreciate you watching our channel. Hit that subscribe button for me. God bless. Have a great evening.